Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ireland Live for Wednesday, the 4th of February 2026. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I'll be joined right now by the lovely Orla Donohoe. Hello, Orla. How are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah, all is good. Yeah, just I had a bit of a technical glitch here from a few minutes ago, but yeah, how's everything since we
Well, you
last
see,
spoke?
if you stopped beating that mouse, it might be okay. And
Well,
for
I'm
any
not
animal
really
in there,
beating
it's not the real mouse.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about tonight. Now we have that. Jesus, everyone's talking about the Epstein files, isn't they? Everyone is talking about
St. Patrick's Day has been cancelled.
Good luck, St. Patrick's Day. Just trying to get rid of stuff here. But hang on. I'm just going to go straight into this and we talk about this, right?
Okay.
It's the sexual offence is in Ireland, okay? Ireland's sexual offence rate 43% higher than EU average. Homicide 38.5% lower report. But a new report comparing Ireland's justice system to other countries has shown the average number of sexual offences reported between 2019 and 2023 was 40% higher than the EU average. I wonder what it is between 23 and 26. I'd say it's way up there. However, Ireland's homicide rates were lower than the average rates in the EU for the same period. The rate of theft and related offences was 14% higher than the EU average, obviously. The Law Society of Ireland said this research paper, published by its Centre for Justice and Law Reform, is the first comprehensive benchmark of how Ireland's justice system compares internationally. It said its purpose is to provide policymakers with reliable and objective evidence to inform decision making. The Centre analysed more than 100 national and international sources of data in the areas of trust, policing, courts, and prisons. The report said an increase in the number of recorded sexual offences incidents is a trend found across the EU. Since 2019, guys, this has been happening. You know what I mean? What happened in 2019? We opened up our borders and start letting these people in. People that we know nothing about. Germany was first. They had millions. Then there was France. And now there's us. Between 2019 and 2023, the overall average rate of sexual offences across the EU was just over 40 per 100,000. In Ireland, it was 57.5, nearly 58%, 58 per 100,000, more than 43% higher. It said, however, that these numbers should be seen in the context of the rise in the reporting of sexual offences in Ireland in the past decade, including the reporting of incidents that occurred many years earlier. So there's the theft and the different things. And another thing to take into consideration here as well is, listen, it's easier now to make a complaint to get a protection order or to get a pardon order or whatever now. It's really is now, you know what I mean? You just have to go in and go boo-hoo and that's it. You can tell any sort of story you want, any lawyers you want, you know what I mean? And you just get these orders, like, you know what I mean? So it's been made an awful lot easier now for women and, well, men as well. I'm not saying there's no men being abused, but like some women just capitalize on it, you know what I mean? They fall out with someone and then they use the law to do what they have to do, you know? But that's... Ireland recorded 38.5% fewer homicide offences than other EU member states on average. The researchers say it was not possible to compare detection rates for crimes across jurisdictions, but they say there are clear differences in this country in the detection rates for various crimes. Detection rates for homicide offences in Ireland averaged 82% between 2019 and 2022, but detection rates for sexual offences were much lower, ranging between 20 in 2019 and 20 in 16, 2020 and 16 in 2022. So it's gone up to 43% in 2 years, to tell us. But in the last 2 years, it's gone up, look, to 42%. That's disgusting. The research found, but confidence in the effectiveness of the prison service was not possible to measure due to lack of data. That's another thing as well. They're not telling you how many foreigners are in the prisons either. You know what I mean? They're not telling you how many.
It's over 60. It's over 60%. Because remember, I said my friend's husband is a prison warden, and he said it's over 60%.
The research found the average sentence served in Irish prisons is 5 to 7 months, lower than the 10 to 11 months average in countries who were members of a Council of Europe. The report also shows that the number of Gardaí decreased between 2019 and 2024, despite an increase in Ireland's population. Ireland had 264 police officers per 100,000 people in 2024. This was fewer than Northern Ireland and Scotland, but above the average of 6 other jurisdictions. The research paper shows that Ireland spent 25% less per capita on the courts than the European average in 2022. It also takes 3 times longer for a case to come to an end or to be disposed of in Ireland compared to the European average. In 2022, the data showed that it took an average of 541 to dispose of a case. Again, this is all happening because of the forced immigration into the country. We don't know who's coming in. These people are causing crimes. They're doing things that they do in their own countries. And, well, they don't do it in their own countries because they get killed in their own country if they do that. It's you know. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to stop sharing that there now. Yeah, I've loads of messages. Sorry, guys. Evening, everyone. Evening. I'm going to chill for a bit in the chat. No problem, Galloway. Loaded and put in a few things there. Underreported or under-deported. Yeah, exactly. Where Fitzsimons? What's Where Fitzsimons? What's that? Paul, my old man was with me this week. He looked at the TV and asked me, "Is that fella with the grey hair of Fitzsimons?" Now there you go, Paul. He's 88. No way, seriously. Who is your dad? Do I know your dad? You wouldn't know. I might know your dad now, I'm being honest with you. I've worked with a lot of people in my life. Where Fitzsimons? You're Fitzsimons too. Okay. But we're the East Wall Fitzsimons, not the Strannies. We're the other Fitzsimonses from Russell Avenue. My dad is. Yeah. How are you, Angie? How are you doing? Just saw this pepper, pedos. 3 for the pedos, playing for the illegals. Yes, I agree. Hello, did I miss anything good? No, I was just reading out a thing there. Someone saying Bono. Yes, Bono is on that there. And
saw the photograph, yeah, the 2 young girls.
Anthony will be on in a few minutes, and we're going to talk a little bit about those Epstein files because there was one email came out said a child, 14-year-old or a 12 or a 14-year-old child was brought in here for politicians and people of high stature. So I think the people need to know who those people were. Male rape of Irish gay men by migrant males is becoming a serious problem. Yes, It happened to what was that young guy? Do you remember we featured the story? Was that Aaron? No. Was that Aaron? Do you remember he was raped down the lane and your man videoed it, and because he died?
Oh, there was a few of them, and he ended up committing suicide.
He ended up committing suicide, the poor kid, and they got off with it.
And there was video evidence and everything, because he fell into such depression.
Yeah. Paul, you only look 50. Thanks very much. Stop it, Orla, will you?
Why, can you hear my eyes rolling back in my head?
Alf's and Cal's here from Ballyfermot. Yeah, no problem, mate. I'll have a go at that in a few minutes. Liz Pepper. Epstein was Mossad agent. Yes, he was. And if you look, lads, you don't have to look any further than the Jews here. I'm being honest with you. I don't care. Like, it's all pointing that direction, lads. It's all pointing in that direction. You look like Paul. He said you look like his granddad. Where? No, well, his granddad. Okay. Thanks for that. You look like his granddad. Where? No, East Wall. Yeah, Russell Avenue. Yeah. Hi, Paul and Orla. Paul, I used to work in Church Road Post Office, East Wall. Ah, did you, Andrew? You know my Uncle Tommy, so Tommy Fitzsimons and Lena. Yeah, lovely people. Tom died last year. The 500,000 scammers given permission to remain in Spain. That is just.
Remember, we featured that. We featured the other night.
Don't know who these people are,
And all men. No women, no children.
All men, yeah. The case was horrific. Happened during COVID, yeah. Not too bad. I lost track of time. Forgot the show started. We're all right. We're all good. I actually have to pull down some videos there. Let me pull down. We won't go with that, yeah.
Should just play something else before Anthony comes on.
Yeah, but I have to pull them down.
Oh, I thought you had that done already.
Yeah, I had them all pulled down, but it was in the Irish column. I never changed the thing to this studio.
Ireland Live,
so
yeah.
I had to pull down everything again. You know what I mean? That's what's happening there now. But other than that, hold on now. City West, that's Linda Corsi. I have that, yeah. I don't know why you sent me organic tomatoes or something like that from Lidl's. I don't know why.
I sent you over a few screenshots in relation to labelling.
Okay, well, this is just the whole ad, I think, is it? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we need to play that. That's the Aldi ad. Wait till you hear what they have to say.
Yeah.
But we keep all that kind of farmer stuff together.
Yeah, I'm going to play Linda Corsi here now, okay? While I'm pulling out this.
So the City West saga continues. Until a couple of days ago, like I think pretty much everybody else, assumed that when somebody was in an IPA centre, they were in the IPA centre, and then they were either granted leave to stay, or told to leave, or whatever, told they could look for accommodation somewhere. What's happening though, and this was brought to light by someone I know who lives in Sagart, she met a guy who'd been kicked out of City West IPA. He's on drugs, and he had got into a fight or something, so he's been kicked out. He's living now beside the Lewis station at Sagart, and he's you can see the pictures. He's in a tent, and there's a massive mess, and he's a junkie. He doesn't speak English, he speaks Arabic. So basically what's happening is, and I've spoken to some people who work in the hotel. So what's happening is basically it's a 3 strikes and you're out. So the government is taking these people into the country. They're letting them come in. They might not have passports. They might not have identification. They might be coming from safe countries like the UK or whatever. They're putting them in these IPA centres. If they get into fights, you put hundreds of young men in one room or one area. And surprise, surprise, they get into fights. We know from the FOIs that there have been massive numbers of incidents. But what the government is doing, and this is not the hotel, this is not the staff of the hotel. Government policy is that if you are an IPA and if you get into fights and if it's something serious, it's 3 strikes and you're out. So they don't deport them; they just kick them out on the street. So basically, what's happening now is, and I've seen some pictures as well. I will be investigating this further. There are guys sleeping in apartment complexes. They're like sleeping on the floor in hallways in apartment complexes, or else they're sleeping in tents outside the Lewis station. This is just wholly unacceptable. It's just beyond the pale. Like what do they think they are doing, kicking these guys out? Again, can't speak English. It's not fair on them, but it's really not fair on the rest of us who live in this country and sort of expect the country to be run with just the minimum controls. So what I'm asking you to do is contact Jim O'Callaghan, contact An Taoiseach, contact An Taoiseach, and let them know how you feel about this. Be polite, be courteous, but be very, very firm in your this is absolutely not acceptable and this must change immediately.
Fair play to it there. We're calling that out. You can't have that. Can't have that. They're just a 3 strike rule. You're just put out if they deem you a problem. You're just put out onto the streets, like, you know what I mean? No, I'm not happy with that at all.
They should be deported. They shouldn't be here.
Mm.
I mean, if he's doing drugs and all that, he's not contributing to anything. So, he should be deported.
Washington actually spoke on the Irish censorship with the presidential election. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, I did see that. My nan was a Fitzsimons. Brian Keane. I don't remember any Keanes, to be honest with you, but I know my dad had a couple of sisters, so I don't remember any Keanes. Fergus Power, good evening, everyone. All right, that's sorry, Ferg. Brian Keane, she's from North Strand, same as the other fellas. Okay. We were from East Wall, Sheriff Street in East Wall, yeah. It's too dangerous to come home to Ireland as it is. It's too dangerous to be anywhere now, Michael, to be honest with you. The world is a dangerous place now, especially in England and in the UK and here. Mary Fitzsimons, she lived out her life in Cabra. My ma's Mary Fitzsimons as well. She's living out her life in Balloyle. But she wasn't always Fitzsimons. She was a Keegan. But Michael O'Sullivan, good evening, everyone. Yeah. But yeah, the 3 strikes, no, just not into it at all. That has to stop. You know, and when are they going to get this together? Like, when are they going to sort this out? You know what I mean?
I know, it's ridiculous.
Like, there's no amount of protest going to sort this out. Like, you know what I mean? How are we going to get around this? How are we supposed to, like, this March of the Dáil or the hunger strike? Did you see the hunger strikers that were there? The so-called hunger strikers. 22 days and they were all hospitalised. Did you see that?
Well, I saw a bit of it.
Just let me, hang on, I'm just going to get something here. I got a message sent to me earlier. Yeah. Hunger strike update. Say no to direct provision in Ireland. Hunger strike update. I'll just put it up there. This is what they put up. And a good friend of ours. Where are we? That's it there, yeah. That's it there. You can see it there. Say no to direct provision in Ireland. Hunger strike update. After 22 days of resistance, all our hunger strikers being hospitalised, our base at the Parliament is taken down. We are back to negotiating with the government to end direct provision through other methods. The struggle continues. And this is Angelina Russell. Angelina Russell sent a message there. Hi there, I saw your tag and would love to have a conversation about this. You might find yourself surprised. And this is from, and then this is a message that was sent in. I don't think you changed my mind about the situation, nor I yours. But in the interest of fairness and balance, I would happily chat to you. Would you be interested in doing a podcast with me and my friend Stephen Delaney? You could bring on one of your colleagues if you wish. This could potentially turn into a complete mess due to the fact we are diametrically opposed on this issue. So it's probably best we have an extra person with us to steer us back on course on all sides. Should things get a bit off track, I don't see the value in it any other way, but I am happy to hear you out and get an understanding of exactly what the demands are and why you feel these demands are moral. And just at the time when we have homeless natives dying on our streets and tents, let me know and we can come up with some arrangement. Angelina Russell resigned then after that. So that was from, I think that was from Stephen Sutton. I'm sure it was. Say no to Amnesty 2 update. We regret to announce, there you go, that Angie Russell will not continue as our spokesperson anymore. The campaign have accepted her resignation due to personal reasons. Any request for press statements, you can just contact blah, blah, blah. Rally continues, boycott continues, hunger strike continues. The hunger strike
where's that Angela Russell from?
I think she's an English one, or is she South African or something? I think she was the spokesperson, wasn't she? The English one. She's English or Australian,
right, okay.
Like that. Yeah. So these lads, perfectly fit lads, army age men, military age men, 22 days. A whole lot of them had to be hospitalised. Poor things. And we had 4 old age pensioners nearly up there for 55, 56 days without food. Now, I don't know how true that is now, but like, if the pensioners can make it, what happened to these? You know what I mean? This is all just a publicity stunt, lads. That's all this is. They were called out over the weekend. John Malloy went to talk to them. Fair play to him going up. Fair play to him, but they wouldn't talk to him. And of course, John made this video, as John does, you know what I mean? And people saw it for what it was. There's nobody in, they're all in there. There's burger bleeding wrappers and everything in there, you know what I mean? And sweet wrappers and the whole lot in the tent. So, yeah, they weren't hang on there. Hunger strike me bollocks. Yeah, exactly. Now you have a sheepdog. Hunger strike me bollocks. A mockery of our real hunger strikers. Exactly, Casper. Yeah.
They're given enough when they come in. Do you know, it's just ridiculous.
Across from Markovich Park, Cremona goes onto it. Huge apartments, Stonemouth, formerly De La Salle. Listen, they're putting them in everywhere. I say no to direct provision. Don't let them in to start. Yes, exactly. We don't need direct provision. Lads, we haven't got a homeless crisis in this house. We have an illegal and illegal migration problem in this country. There's nearly 40,000 houses have gone out to illegal migrants and migrants over the last 4 years. We have 17,500 people in homeless shelters and everything else here. That would have been sorted in the first year. You know, there's not a homeless crisis here. It's an illegal immigration problem that's coming in here. They're coming in here after a couple of months, then they're going into direct provision, then they go into the emergency accommodation. Once they're in the emergency accommodation, they skip up the queue, they go to tier 1, and they're the first ones to get the houses. We all know this is going on, you know. It's been years, but I used to play in the park. Yeah, NGOs need to be dealt with. Yes. AI is right in the far left, a new arsehole right now. Poetic justice or just evolution. Yeah. Yeah. I remember going to Mass and guess who the priest was. Yeah, we used to go to Donohoe Mass and you had to tell your man who the priest was that morning. Like, so, was, you know, you'd go in and look and you go, oh, yeah, it's Father Noel. Yeah. The Greens have chosen Janet Horner as their candidate, Paul. Peter Thiel's friend. Yeah, I'll have a field day on that, don't you worry. I'll be doing a little expose on them all, on every one of them. Yeah, so, yeah, I can't wait for that. Robbie Bobby Sands, 66 days, I think. Yeah, exactly. Father Cleary, was it? Father Michael Cleary. Father Cleary. Yeah. Angie, they tried to intimidate Mousy also, didn't get too far. Legal scammers are the biggest problem. Yes, Markovich, the Countess. Didn't she get the troops to dig the St. Stephen's Green? The Brits just went on top of the buildings and picked off one. She was a cabbage. Fuck her. Okay. Yeah. Oh, lads, having a problem with the website's just got taken down for some reason. The Gale Force Media website. Yeah. We're going out on that at the moment. But listen, hey. Anthony's at the putting up something there. Let me see what I have. Right, we've done City West. Right, now to direct provision. We'll get out of there. We'll go into you here.
You can do that actually. If you want to do that Aldi thing, it's only a quick ad, and then we can talk then about the couple of screenshots in relation to mislabeling and stuff.
That sound has gone funny now. I can hear feedback from you.
Well, it was fine for the last hour and a half.
Yeah, I know, yeah. No,
and I've done nothing.
I know. Hi, Paul. Laura, hope you're well.
Hey, Joe.
The government needs to be led away in handcuffs. I agree with you. But instead, they want to bring us away in handcuffs. That's the problem. Everyone is speaking out against it. Mihal is after the Gale Force Army. Yeah, somebody is, yeah. Sound is fine. Thank you very much. Cool. It's just me then. Yeah, I'll change it when we're up to 500 there, people. Fair play. Just keep sharing it out. We're getting censored. I'm just saying, we were only talking about it yesterday. We are getting censored massively. Massively. I'm going to just play a video. I have a call coming there. I just need to take this call really quick. So I'm going to play The Narrative Destroyer. What's this? No, I won't play that one.
Well, you can play it. He's talking about AI.
Right, we'll go with that and I'll come back.
The greatest threat to Ireland right now and the world is artificial intelligence. And you need to hear me out on this. Everything that we see today in regards to what we're unhappy with, whatever it may be, what they're teaching children in school, immigration, the financial situation, workers' rights, things like that. All of that is designed around pushing us forward into a future of artificial intelligence. And it's not a future where it's just AI bots creating algorithms so they can sell you bullshit online. They've been doing that for years. It's worse than that, because if it was just that, I wouldn't be making this video. And I would be saying, great, look, there's AI bots able to advertise things on my phone before I even need them. This is great. There is the screwdriver I want. It's not that. We're moving into a future where artificial intelligence will be implemented into every aspect of our life. I'm talking about literal robots. I'm talking about actual robots. I'm talking about our TV. I'm talking about everything, what we eat, food, everything will be controlled by artificial intelligence. And there will be no jobs for anybody. We'll become incredibly lazy. We're already getting that way. And there will be no point of anybody working. And what we will be in is a form of worldwide communism. Now, a lot of people might say, well, hold up here. That seems like a good thing, because I don't have to work. I get universal basic income and everything's A-okay. Maybe for that moment it will be okay, but for the future of the human race, it's not okay. Whenever you have worked all your life to strive to be the best, for some artificial intelligence to come and take your job, maybe you have went to university. We're seeing it already, where Gen Z has went to university, they've done the hard work, and they've came out the other end, and they can't get a job. And now artificial intelligence will make that even worse for them. Artificial intelligence will take over fixing cars, building cars, innovation, engineering, everything. Computer coding. Even in warehouses, building pallets of stuff to be sent out and shipped out, driven by a lorry, a van that's ran on artificial intelligence. And this isn't like a Terminator movie. You see, the artificial intelligence isn't going to come in and, with guns and be scary and nuclear bombs. No, it's going to be more like a morphine. It's going to make you feel good. And it's going to be a slow boil. You're going to be the frog in the pot in cold water, with that water slowly heating up to a boil, and you're not going to realize it until it's too late. And something needs to be done about this, because if we keep on this trajectory, well, a lot of people talk about replacement. There's a lot of people around Europe talking about replacement. There's a lot of people, they're unhappy about immigration and things like that. This is the literal definition of replacement. This is the literal definition of taking everything away that makes us human and moving forward into some weird dystopian future. And this is going to happen rapidly, where you have a select few companies at the top, the name one, Amazon, that has a monopoly over everybody else's life. And if you think that's a good thing, well, fair play to you. But the future generations will not thank you for this. We should have AI, great. But I think any company that uses AI to replace actual humans should pay a tax, a heavy, heavy tax. It shouldn't be made as lucrative as it is. If you're going to use AI, fair play to you. But here is the tax that comes with it. And give companies a financial incentive, even tax breaks, that hire human beings. That's what needs to happen, and we need to nip this in the bud before it gets worse.
Oh my God, he's dead right, but John Flynn's just saying that he's right. When they put the chip in your hand, the mark of the beast, they will have the internet inside your body, taking over your mind, body and spirit. Total control. Yeah. You could be correct, Sheepdog. Yeah. Leading to mind control and transhumanism. I agree with you. Orla got kicked out there. Did you get kicked out there, Orla?
Don't know what happened. I think froze.
Okay. Yeah. I've bought an acre of land. Now I've ordered a Nokia phone, non-internet phone. I'm working my way to get away from the trap I'm in. We are all in. I agree with you. Did you buy it here or are you away? Galloway Rider. I watched before my very eyes. My comments disappeared before I pressed send. I kid you not. Seriously. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. The websites that they're getting taken down, the Gale Force Media websites that are taken down, and we're only going out on 3 platforms. So, yeah, we're still up to 500. So, fair play to everyone. Yeah, keep doing it there, babies. Let's go. 500. Fair play to everyone. Keep doing it. You can share it out there on that. You can watch on X at Fitzy Dub, at Anthony L. Casey, at Rugamorph27. You get us on Gale Force Media, YouTube. Yours column, Gale Force Media, and there you go. And on Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons. We got a couple of coffees on Sunday. Thank you very much for those who bought us a coffee. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll just put that there. I'll usually put it in the chat as well, just in case. Yeah. But yeah, fair play to everyone who did buy a coffee. Galloway, I watched before my eyes. Paul, you have lovely blue eyes. I actually have green eyes, Michael. I'm in the 2%. Yeah.
I have green eyes as well. And my eyes lovely, Michael.
Anthony will get it now in a minute, don't you worry, as soon as Anthony comes on. But yeah, we're getting hockeyed over, lads. We really are getting hockeyed over this morning today. Whether it's about the Epstein stuff or what it is, I don't know. But listen, we just soldier on, you know what I mean?
Right. Do you want to play that Aldi stuff? We'll get that out of the way.
I'm a dub, but I bought beside Kinloch 1 egg. I paid with 40% over just to get it. No idea what to do next. Fair play to you. Fair play to you. Might be looking to put him now mobile down there, like, you know what I mean? Somewhere to go down and do me stuff. But no, yeah. Paul has alluring eyes. Thank you very much.
Don't you start, Galloway.
Yeah. Not on this, but on other YouTube replies in this comment section, I mentioned a transfer of wealth from the first world to the third world, and hey presto, gone. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. And you, Orla. Yeah. Please keep all that quiet. Yeah, do keep that quiet. Let's not talk about that anymore. Starmer is toast. Yes, he is. Yeah. But the whole Mandelson thing, that's gone mental. It really has. Yeah. Where are we? Have you seen this? Have you? I wait till Anthony comes on. I don't know whether he can get on now, to be honest with you, because he's being blocked from getting back in as well. Yeah. Has anyone seen the Aaron's podcast with Anthony? I highly recommend it. It's very good. But I'm going to just play a little bit here now just to give you a little taster.
And that's what these conversations need to be had between the young people, so that they can see, hold on, wait, this guy's coming into the country, he's getting a free house, all this and that, but I'm being forced to leave the country. What's the story with this? And once more young people wake up, realise this and see this, that's when we're going to see a massive shift.
You're going to be hated for it.
I'm hated now as it is, even in my entire life, bullied in school, all that, I've been hated, I'm used to it, and it's fuel for me now. Pure and utter fuel to just keep going more and more. I mean, even after I got insulted at Blessington, that just made me want to go even more. Even when I was nearly mugged and assaulted recently, coming home from work, it made me want to go even more. All of this, so to the lefties and all them, because I know they're probably listening, and I'd say there's a few guys listening as well, I can say nothing but thank you for the hate. It's been brilliant because you're adding fuel to my fire.
That's a good little clip. Have you listened to it, Orla? I got a few minutes into
No,
it.
I only seen the clip of it. I haven't watched it. He's a good lad, Aaron.
Christine Walsh there, the shadow banning is mad. I don't have a big account, but definitely not getting any views, even on answers to other tweets. Yeah, I'm the same. I deployed now in saying that.
Wait, what's this over? Sorry, is this over an X, is it?
Everywhere. Everywhere. Facebook.
I rarely be on X.
Facebook, everywhere we're being shadow banned. I don't see any of Anthony's posts. Anthony doesn't see any of mine unless he looks for them. I don't see Gavin Peppers.
I know. Do you remember? I say this before about X. Right? Anyone knows me knows, like, X just drives me mad, right? Like, it's so funny. I said, like, so unless I have to get a news clip, normally a lot of my stuff I get from TikTok. But like, to me, if I have to go on X, I need a bottle of vodka, which I don't drink, a bottle of Valium, and a year's therapy, and that's after being off for 10 minutes. It's just, oh my God, I don't know how people stay on X all the time. I just, between the rows and the fighting and the giving out, and oh my God, it's like, yeah. Less I have to see X, the better.
Presently, fourth class are learning about the Lady of Fatima, not Our Lady, the lady of 1,000 years ago, a Muslim who built the first Muslim college, the New Irish Education. I didn't know that, Angela. I didn't know that now at all. Fourth class. My ump is in, no, I've third and I fifth. Yeah, no, next year.
Oh, I thank God. I thank God I'm finished with national school. Thank God.
Chris Bourne, that was a great chat, Paul. I live not far from Aaron, actually. Yeah, he's a good lad, I have to say. And a lot of the youngsters listen to him, you know what I mean? So we're going to see a massive shift when they refuse to sign up to digital ID and their social media is blocked. Well, under 16s now, that's being brought in. End of story. There's nothing you can do about it. So, well, or is there? That should have been a referendum as well. Like, you have to vote on these things. You can't just bring in this stuff, you know what I mean?
Well, it's amazing that you can try and ban 16-year-olds, but yet they can't deal with all the predators online and the dark web that is behind all of this. Like, there'd be nothing wrong with our children going online if there was no predators. They can't seem to deal with them, but yet they can ban under 16s.
Exactly.
Like,
they're doing all this to save children. But it's not the children who's
it's not saving children. Get rid of the predators. That'll save children.
Yeah. Lorraine, everyone that is speaking out is getting censored within an inch of their lives. Is mental. It is mental, Lorraine. It is. I'm not moving anywhere.
Chris. Chris, if I go on X, I need like 20 bottle of Bulmers, and that's just for the first 5 minutes of even getting through it. That's why I prefer TikTok. TikTok is my happier place.
I'm not moving anywhere. Galway Rider, I'm not moving anywhere, and I will find a way to meet with like-minded folks like yourselves. No problem, mate. We will meet with you anytime. Paul, the liberal European order are going to censor everything that's nationalist and dissenting. We will, moving forward, moving underground like the Aussies. Yeah. Homeschool your kids. Yes, a lot of people are homeschooling their kids. They love throwing shade on X Orla. Yeah. Look, I know that people love X. I just can't deal with it. As I said, unless I need to get up in the news, that's it. I'm gone. John Lagan there. They reckon the only person on X who's not shadow banned is Mr. X himself. Yeah.
No, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I am definitely. I am now. I ain't buzzing, Chris. Neither am I. Wait till you see the Irish government come out in Epstein files. Yes, we're going to talk about that in the next few minutes. You're some crack order. I can't stand TikTok. Don't understand it. The videos are too short.
I love TikTok. TikTok is my happy place.
We're all going radical. It's too late for the liberal order.
But I get some good, I have to say, I can get some good videos and content from TikTok. You know, I just find it, I find X just, it's like a war zone over there with everyone fighting with each other. I'm just like, I can't look at this.
There, Casper White there, it's an attack against free speech. This government don't give a fuck about the kids. And I agree with you. And
no, they don't. You know, it's going to be all about the digital control and everything like that. That's what it's all about. You know? And listen, I have a teenager. Good luck to them trying to ban teenagers. Like,
but this is
to stop teenagers going online. That's never going to happen.
Like kids, you know the way kids do a video if something's going wrong in school, they do a little video. That's what this is all about. They're stopping this from being in the school. That's what they're doing. Listen,
if you break your phone and hand it to a 3-year-old, they'll know how to fix it. Are you telling me the government's going to stop teenagers from going online? I don't think so. As I said, sort out the real problem, the predators.
Joan Flynn, it's a positive thing to get young people off social media, get them out socialising instead and protesting.
Look, I agree with that. I do. But like a lot of them, like, you know, as I said, can talk, you know, through Snapchat and things like that.
Well, that's it. But social media is Snapchat, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, that's what they do. A lot of their talking is on Snapchat, you know?
Yeah. So what'll they do then? They'll have to go and meet each other, will they? Words have power.
Well, that's all right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're living out in the country and all that, it's not as easy.
Michael Johnson.
Oh, on TikTok.
Yeah.
There's some handsome men on TikTok.
Why is Catherine Connolly in the north right now? Serious question. Exactly.
Oh,
She went
God
up
only
today,
knows.
didn't she? No, she went up today. Yeah, I know she went up today. Yeah.
Mm.
Sorry. Anthony still can't get on here.
Mm.
That's mad. Mental.
Right, let's keep going in case it does come on. As I said, let's play this Aldi stuff.
Is this the...
And then there'll be screenshots we put up after it.
This is the Aldi, what do you call it? The,
Oh, the cheek of Aldi, the bloody cheek of them.
oh, hold on. Is that it? Yeah. I think that's it. It's only 20 seconds long, is it?
Yeah, I know. That's all we need.
Okay. It's pulling down there now. Just it was there on the yoke. It didn't come down yet. Oh, excuse me. Now, just let me... Who's at the putting that there? Okay.
Aldi's organic tomatoes. We could sell them to you like this. We could put them in wicker baskets in a pretend farmer's market, but that'll put the price up. So if you believe the good life is actually pretty simple, then boy, have we got a tin of organic tomatoes for you. Aldi, it's not complicated.
Okay.
Fake farmers market. Do you mean the fake farmers market that we'll say our Irish producers are at? Wouldn't be that sort of fake farmers market that are classed as small businesses trying to survive. And let me see, Aldi, where are you from and where's all your profits going? Because the sure as hell isn't staying in this country. And you've the barefaced cheek to give out about Irish producers.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now, that's unbelievable.
But that's what they do. That's exactly what they do.
That was actually said to me. That was said to me by one of the guys. He knew me from the videos. He said to me at the farmer's market, he said, have you seen the Aldi ad? And I don't watch RT. And I said, no, I didn't see it. So I didn't even know where it was. I went to try and Google it and I wasn't sure where it was. But anyway, I ended up finding it anyway, so it was grand. I was like, the bloody cheek of them, like. Fake farmers markets.
Yeah.
How many videos have I featured from the farmers markets? And I've more to come.
Yeah.
And then as somebody said to me, this was the best, he said to me, he says, I love the way Aldi, he says, could Aldi explain why they're selling 10% crab? He said, crab is crab. You can't sell 10% of crab. Like it's either a crab or it's not. Do you know what I mean? What are you selling? A leg of it?
A leg of it, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But anyway, will you stick up now? Just put up now the screenshots.
Yeah.
Because this is what I've been highlighting the whole time about checking labels, talk about being lied to over and over again. We can't trust Board Bia, we can't trust anything. And where's that guaranteed Irish? Where has that disappeared off the face of the earth too? Can we put up a missing poster to see where a guaranteed Irish is? Do you remember the logo thing that used to be on like certain foods, like saying definitely guaranteed Irish?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I have that here, Board Bia.
Yeah.
Board Bia ordered after herbs wrongly labelled. Is that one?
There's that one, and then there's another one or two. Hold on, yeah. Put that one up.
This is the herbs. Board Bia. Board Bia audit. Board Bia audit after herbs wrongly labelled with Origin Ireland logo. Board Bia investigating after herbs which were not Irish origin were incorrectly packaged in labels within Board Bia quality mark Origin Ireland logo. The herbs which were sold in Super Value have been withdrawn by the retailer. The herbs grown in Kenya and Spain had been labelled as Irish produce and carried Board Bia's quality assurance mark. Spokesperson for Super Value confirmed that the retailer has withdrawn batches of Super Value Toy Story curry mix 30 gram fresh herbs and SuperValue fresh parsley, fresh herbs due to incorrect labelling. The products were labelled as Irish and carried the Board BA logo. This is a labelling issue only, and there is no food safety or quality concerns within the products. We apologise for any inconvenience. Hold on for a minute. This is a labelling issue. This is the worst problem with the law. It's a labelling issue. You're saying it's something that it's not.
Exactly.
You know, but they're just trying to gloss over it here. It's just a labelling issue, you know. The matter is being investigated and a recall to the mislabeled products has been taken. A site audit of quality assured QA packer will take place on Wednesday, January 28th. The findings of the audit will not be made public as this audit process is confidential, they said. Only quality assured herbs grown and packed in the Republic of Ireland can carry the Board BA Origin Ireland logo. Under the Board BA logo use policy, Board BA is entitled to impose sanctions. Obviously, somebody got to these to let them use this. Do you not think so?
Yeah.
It smells like to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're going to bring in shit products here and you're going to say, listen, this stuff is all right.
Yeah.
It's Irish.
So here's the other one. Can you put that one up there now as well?
Did you
see that there? Yes, it's underneath.
Gluten-free.
Yeah. So on the front of this bag, it says made in Ireland.
Is this the Goujons?
Yes.
Okay, let me just share this.
Yeah, because this was sent to me earlier on because I'd put something up and yeah, so as I said, the front of it, made in Ireland. Now, zoom in, Paul. Zoom in to, over where best before is. Keep zooming in. Yeah. See the way it says, produced in Ireland using chicken reared on EU farms.
Yes.
So hold on a second. Your chicken is reared on EU farms. So what's produced in Ireland? The plastic cover.
They reckon 500 million euros worth of chicken has come into Ireland from the EU in the last 3 years.
And that's not to mention what's coming in from Spain. But like, how can it be produced in Ireland if the chickens are over in the EU? So what does that mean? Like the plastic, is the plastic Irish? Is that what the only part of it is Irish? And that's halal chicken as well.
Yeah, but that chicken, it's okay, it's produced. It means it's processed here. Processed and packaged here. That's the only thing that happens here.
Yeah,
And
but like the chicken is not Irish.
It's processed and packaged in Ireland using chicken reared on EU.
Yeah, rare. So the chickens are over there. Yeah. Like this is like, do you know what I mean? Like this, that's not Irish chicken.
Gaslighting people via advertising. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
And then if you go into the one above that, it's actually a Facebook up above it.
No.
And here's more mislabeling. So this is Carol's of Tullamore, which is an Irish company, right?
Yeah.
And this is lasagna, right? So you can just zoom in on it.
Can I zoom in on it?
Should be able to.
No.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me pull it up.
Fresh pasta. I can see this here. Salt, eggs, dextrose, starch, spices, and whatever. May retain small bones.
But it's produced in Belgium using EU pork. But again, this is made to look like it's Irish.
Yes, there it is there. This is it now. That's the Carol's lasagna.
And that's an Irish company.
Our traditional lasagna with fresh pasta bolognese. Yeah, easy peel. Joining Love Irish Food, Carol's becomes a member of Love Irish Food, reinforcing their commitment to supporting Irish jobs, local suppliers, and food produced here at home.
It's not. The pork is from Belgium.
Produced in Belgium using EU pork. So that's not even packaged here. That's done over there. And they're selling it to you here.
But sure, it doesn't even matter if it's packaged here. Even if it's packaged here, the animal has not been reared in Ireland. Yeah, but that's an Irish company making it look like the meat is Irish.
People lift it up and go, produced in Ireland. And once you see produced in Ireland, they put it down.
But it's not produced. The only thing that's probably been produced in Ireland is a plastic.
I agree.
Now, if you want to talk about produced in Ireland, can we play the video of Erica? And that will show you produced in Ireland.
Video of
Erica, she's underneath.
all the local products, yeah.
Yeah. Now this is what you're talking about your local producers. You know, and some of these could be be very careful of the fake farmers market.
Yeah, hang on. I have to... Oh, come up here. I'll just play Erica here. I forgot to download this one. Local products. Okay, it's pulling down there anyway. But there's the goujons. We looked at them. They were the first.
Yeah, we've done all that. Yeah, no, it's Erica's video now.
Yeah, no, I'll play that now. But I'm just looking and going, like, how many of these is actually in the supermarkets? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, loads of them. Yeah, that's what I mean. You have to check all labeling. And if it's something like that, you put it back in and you just pick up your Irish one.
Yeah, that's true. Gluten-free breaded chicken goujons.
And a lot of them as well, they're halal.
They're halal as well, are they?
Yeah.
Where does it say that on them?
On some of them, yes, it does, because I've seen it.
Okay. That's mental. Right, I'm going to play the local products. This is from a lovely girl from this Carlo as well.
Well, just it's technically Laois, but it's only 5 minutes from Carlo Town. So I was there today.
There's a lot of nice women run shops down around there now, I have to say.
So I'm here at Clonmore Meats with Erica. How are you, Erica?
Good, thanks, Orla. How are you?
So Erica, you wanted to show me some of the local Irish produce you have.
Yeah. So first here I have Joan Parsons brown bread. Joan is from Athy. She makes 3 types, brown, white, and then fruit soda. All very nice, especially when they're fresh. She delivers every Monday to us. Then we have Bonnie Bolton's jam. Bonnie actually makes us apple tarts as well daily, so she does. They're all gone out today, that's how delicious they are. And marmalade, of course, as well. Then we have Colette English. She's up in Collection. So she makes granola, fruit and nut granola, gluten-free as well. Then she's flapjacks over here. They're very nice. You nearly eat the whole tub when you open them.
Very good.
And she's 2 types of salad dressings, honey and mustard and balsamic vinegar. Then we have from Kilkenny, actually, Bart in the Aran Bakery. He makes 2 types of sauce for us. This is the magic sauce, and there's also another hot sauce as well. And then we have the Village Dairy over here. They're just across the road from us. That's the lovely Jersey milk. It's very creamy. And there's low-fat milk, and then your regular full-fat milk as well.
And then you've local honey here as well.
Yeah, that's from Larry, so it is. He makes this, or he has this one and an ivy honey, and then he has it's spreadable honey. So this is the spreadable forest honey as well. So,
and what's the difference with it?
it's more firm in texture, so it is a little bit more strong, like the ivy honey as well, than your usual honey. But they're all very nice, so they are.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
But isn't this fantastic about coming into your local butchers and you've all these local Irish producers here? Like,
Yeah.
this is what it's all about.
Yeah, there's something for everyone, even if you're not a big meat eater, like you will find something.
Well, you have your bread there, you have your honey, you have your jam, and you have your flapjacks and salad dressing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and they're much nicer than big factory products, so they are. There's much more care and attention goes into them all as well. So there is. So.
100%. Listen, Erica, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
All right, thanks, Orla. Thank you.
Fair play to Erica. There's loads of good stuff there, wasn't there?
But when I was there, the lady that was delivering the bread arrived in, and I was like, do you want a video? She's like, no. And she was there the last time I was there. So they are Clonmore Meats from Collection in County Laois. And they're just, like, it was their daughter who reached out to me on TikTok. And I did a video with them a couple of weeks ago. And they're up at nearly 50,000 views. And they were just saying to me, yeah, long live Irish plastic. They were just saying to me that, you know, they said they were after paying €800 a while back on a radio ad. And they said my ad, which was done for free, got them more traction than an ad on the radio costing a load of money, like, do you know? And I said, that's because you got to see them, you got to hear them, you know. And even the farmers were messaging in as well, because that was a video where Tommy was showing, you know, all the traceability and everything on the meat, you know. And the farmers were like, oh my God, like, that's brilliant, showing all that sort of stuff, you know. But, like, you know, it's great to put a face to a business, and especially people buy from people. Like we always say that if you like somebody, you're going to go in. But like, look at all that lovely stuff. Like they have free range egg, there's duck eggs, there's potatoes there. There's loads of other bits and pieces there as well. But I just thought it was lovely. Like, and then you see the milk as well. It's like it's Jersey milk, and she was saying like, oh, it's really creamy as well. And she said to me, that's literally across the road.
Oh, we used to get Jersey milk years ago.
Jersey milk, yeah. And she said to me, Orla, she said it's straight across the road.
Milk.
But like, this is the point of buying local. Like you can win and buy, all your local products, and like that's keeping all these small businesses alive and keeping them going.
John Flynn, you're doing great work. Well done, Orla.
Thank you.
Cisco Food, all halal, and delivers to all petrol stations in Ireland.
But like, this is the thing. Like, when you go into these places, you can ask them, like, where is everything coming from? Like, as I said, I was there twice when that bread delivery was coming in. Like, we'll say the jam there is from Bonnie Bolton. She does all jams, marmalades. She does apple tarts and all that. And I did an interview with her at the Christmas market, and I bought. She wrote books. She used to be a teacher. And I bought a book for my niece, and like I've seen her in a couple of other shops. But like, this is what it's all about. It's keeping people in jobs, keeping people employed.
Hello, Anthony. Paul, just a heads up. Duns are selling chicken produced in China, and it's halal. Okay, give me a look at this.
Oh yeah, but I think that's going on. Most of the chicken, first of all, is from China anyway. It's not even Irish chicken.
Produced in China. Hold on, I'm just going to share this. This is Dunn's, by the way, lads. This is Dunn's stores. You can see it there. Produced in China in an EU and UK approved factory.
Oh, lovely.
What's this one? There you go. Look.
Yeah, there's your halal. Yeah, see the black, but that's the halal.
That's not halal. That's bleeding ISIS, lads. Come on.
I know, but that's it. That's a sign to look in the back. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you see the ISIS sign, yeah. Mm-hmm. Anthony, hello. How are you?
Well, how are you doing?
Doing good, mate. Doing good.
Yeah, crazy. I was meant to be on an hour ago, and just whatever the attack is today, people don't want us talking about this Epstein file list and everything that's come out. Just while you're on that subject there, did you see the little chicken that was put up earlier on today? Little selling infected chickens. Did you see it? All the goop out of it. Yeah.
What? Say that again?
People are saying it's all this gloop coming out of the chicken straight from the
package. I've seen it, like clear gloop.
Like clear, yeah.
Yeah. You reckon that's a bacterial infection or something in the chicken?
Yeah. Like this is.
But sure, if they're mass produced, what do you expect? Like, do you know what I mean?
It's disgusting.
Anyway,
but it's marketed.
What was I going to say? Yeah, but sure, I heard as well. Somebody was saying to me that there at Christmas time, people bought turkeys from Aldi. There you go, Aldi again, and they were gone off by Christmas Day. Couldn't even use them.
Wow.
Yeah. I always talking about my nana on this and how she told me a lot of the stuff that would be coming and all that. She, at the time, everyone thought she was crazy. But she said, stay away from Lidl and Aldi when the time comes. And that's what she did say that. Because I guess, like the Aldi and Lidl are the ones that are also using the ant flour, where they're crushing up the crickets. Instead of using the normal flour and all that, they're seeing to do that across the country. But just to say, whatever's going on about this, right? The minute I put up the post about the cover picture for tonight's show, the website's gone down. Cannot get it the same in life. Won't pick it up. You can see it's not getting anything at all. I've been trying to fix it for the last hour, trying to download stuff, my phone, the network, everything. You were saying there's mic feedback and all. Like,
no, we're all right now.
Huh?
The mic feedback is all right now.
Yeah, the website's still down, and no matter what, it's not telling me why it's not working. Yeah, it's crazy. I think we should dive into this because there's a bit about Ireland tied into this as well, which makes, like, you think that Ireland is corrupt when it comes to elections and democracy. I think we don't know anything about what's going on in these countries. All these elitists what the real goal is of trafficking people in and out of countries, what's really going on here. I think we're on the verge of opening up this book, and a lot of us know, but I don't think we knew it was this deep. Like I put my hand and say that a lot of these IPAS centres are put up for the purpose of doing this, moving these people around the place. And if they're going to block us on social media, then you have to sort it out a different way. But I don't know, they're not letting you put the message out there. They're not letting you tell the truth. There's a file here. I was uploading it and it's disappeared. That's just the way it is. But it's I think it's the Independent saying, it's Irish Independent. Woman in Jeffrey Epstein's files told the FBI she was trafficked into Ireland for politicians and notable men. It's not clear whether the US authorities have sought assistance from the Gardaí. That means they didn't, in case anyone was wondering. So, I don't know if I can even pull that. Paul, if I send this to you, right, it's not letting me upload anything, then can you screen share that article?
Send it on to me on the WhatsApp, on the show WhatsApp, and I will do
there.
it.
Right, let's send it to you there.
Okay. Anthony Casey video. Yes. Yes, I can play that.
I think this has been in our face for a long time. Did you see all the word pizza has been used 920 times in the files where this is supposed to be a girl, like, you know, a young girl is, they refer to as pizza, but all through the celebrity culture. Like everyone you thought, if they're a celebrity now, this is why you shouldn't idolize Hollywood. And I think that's why they set up Hollywood, so that there's false idols, you know, and they glamorize them. But like only
Pizzagate.
Yeah,
I've been all over this for years. I've been all over it. I've looked into every one of it, and Pizzagate. And they actually arrested a man who went down and tried to shoot the place because something happened to his kid in there. Like that place in it's in Washington. What was it called? The pizza place. Something pizza, whatever it was called. But they had a room downstairs where the kids used to go down, and you know, your mom was friends with John Podesta and his brother, you know, so they reckon they were involved in Madeleine McCann, and now they're trying to say that they're saying your woman was involved in it too, Ghislaine Maxwell, that was the picture that was shown after, was a picture of her.
Like, there's a video here, I think, of them just handing out they do it in plain sight, a lot of these. This is the kind of thing. But I play this video, it's a minute long, about the pizza code word.
Go on, yeah, no, I know
vegetables
it.
with like tomato sauce. We have cheese. The whole box? Really? Well, no. Cheese. That's a cheese. Yeah. Julia wants cheese. Leo? Yeah. You gotta be hungry, no?
We all know who this is in the clip. Here's where it gets creepy. In the Epstein email references, the word pizza appears over 900 times. No explanation, no context. People have started pulling screenshots, emails mentioning pizza party, pizza monster, amazing little girl dance, she looks pregnant. This is where it gets eerie. For years people have argued about this online, and in older threads, users were already debating whether the terms like pizza or cheesy pizza were meaningless jokes, and this is back in 2003. This is where it gets dark. All these files weren't released with explanations. They were just dumped on us.
Yeah, Ferg just sent in there. Comet Pizza, James Alefantis. That's exactly who it was. Friends with all the pedophiles. Barack Obama, the whole lot of them. He's friends with the whole lot of them. Alex Jones was on about Pizzagate. They're all on about it. And then I got down the rabbit hole of Frazzle Dip. Have you seen Frazzle Dip?
No.
Frazzle Dip is the video where Hillary Clinton actually cuts the face off a child.
Oh, I heard about this.
Skins are alive, like, yeah.
There's a story of Hillary Clinton as well, where there's young girls, they were told to give them a minute to go run in the woods, and she offloaded gunfire. and all
Sheepdog
this.
is asking, who was Epstein an asset for? For the Jews, mate. For the Jews. I'm sorry. He was a Mossad agent. And the Jews have just got everybody into one little category now. They're all pedos, they're all everything else, and they will take over the world. That's what's going to happen. That's
And
my
they
synopsis.
own social media, obviously. They own everything.
Yeah.
Like, you look back at the celebrities and the people who have tried to speak out with this and have died mysteriously. And I'm right in saying even that chap out of Fast and Furious and all was about to uncover all that stuff.
Yes.
Before his car exploded, like in the crash, and so many people.
Well, apparently Paul Walker had been out in Haiti filming Fast and Furious 6 or whatever, 5, whatever it was, whatever when he went out. But he was doing that, and he reckon he's seeing this children being taken out by. Now listen, Clinton Foundation took hundreds of kids out of Haiti. You know, they really did. And your woman was actually caught kidnapping kids, and she was done for it. You know, she was part of the Hillary Clinton Foundation. But do you reckon he's seeing that? Do you reckon Anthony Bourdain as well? Anthony Bourdain hung himself, the poor chap, 6'8", and he hung himself on the door of a building. Now, how can a 6'8" man hang himself on the side of a door, you know, with a red thing? Do you reckon he's seen something that he shouldn't have seen in one of the hotels in LA or where they used to go to do things with kids? Obama ordered 150,000 supposedly worth of pizza in the White House. Yes. And how do you think they got them kids?
And Paul, your sound is gone, by the way, now that we're speaking about it again.
Is it just me? Can you hear it now?
It's better now.
Yeah, it's better now because something's had to happen on Orla's end.
Oh, is it?
Now, you'll hear it there now. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if I mute Orla, there's nothing. Sure or not?
No, I can't hear it now.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird. Now, this has been happening the last few times. Maybe this is what they're doing to fuck us up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because like we were on a half an hour before the show and everything was perfect. We've been on for an hour and everything has been perfect. So, you know.
We have a Candace Owens video about the Epstein files. I haven't seen it. It's about 2 minutes. Usually she's quite good. We stick it on, see what she comes out with.
Yes.
The emails drop, and Jeffrey Epstein, who worked on behalf of the Rothschilds, according to him, he wrote that in an email, the Rothschilds, who credit themselves with having created which nation state? Oh, right, Israel, the same nation state that is having a bunch of women say that they were ritualistically abused in a forest by rabbis. That's happening in the Knesset right now, that nation state, saying that they were 3-4 years old when this happened. He's saying, those are my bosses, the Rothschilds. And here is a brief, but by no means an extensive coverage, video that was put together by, I assume this guy must be Goy, right? Goy? Is he Goy? TikToker Contrarian put this together. Take a listen.
Israel is mentioned twice as much as Donald Trump in the new documents. Here he is discussing with Roger Schank, a Jewish American academic and hedge fund worker, saying Jews create vast fortunes by manipulating markets and creating financial speculation and exploiting labor. He says, let the Goyim deal in the real world. In a discussion with the Rothschild family, Epstein says if they overthrew the Ukrainian government, there would be great opportunities. The Rothschild family paid Epstein $25 million for certain algorithms. While talking to Peggy Seigel, August 7th of 2010, she asks if an event is going to be 100% Jewish. He says no, they'll have Goyim in abundance. But don't worry, they're just brilliant wasps from JP Morgan. Joshua Finkelstein, BlackRock's Larry Finkelstein's son, is accused of not having any respect for non-Jews, seeing them as not human. This is from his ex-girlfriend, Svetlana. He pressures her to have an abortion. In 2017, Epstein has a conversation talking about if you want to hire the best people, you have to hire only Jews. Only hire those who can prove they are genetically Jewish. Maria Farmer, one of the first victims to come out and name Epstein.
I wasn't allowed to go get food. And when I called Ghislaine and asked why I couldn't eat there, she said, it's a Jewish country club. You're not Jewish. They're not going to serve you. They, honest to God, think their DNA is better than everybody else's.
said that their operation was motivated by Jewish supremacy.
Anybody gonna say that that's not real anymore?
Someone saying Dennis O'Brien is on the Epstein files. Yes, he is.
Dennis O'Brien, yeah, Dennis O'Brien's involved in a lot of stuff in Ireland still, too. So, well, allegedly anyway. So that's all I'll say. I'd say keep an eye on Dennis O'Brien.
Well, Dennis O'Brien, and there's a few other. Bono, come on, Bono is
Jim
Bono
Ford.
has been there from the start. He sure has.
There's a lot of guys, a lot of celebrities who are funding fake opposition. So that's just what they're doing. They don't it has to be said. There's a lot of very polished people, on both the left and the right, who you have to be very skeptical about it. When there's money there. I won't go too much into it, but I don't know if we know the layers and the levels, how deep all this is. I do think one thing's for sure is that evil's not even hiding anymore. It's crazy. Like, you can see these Epstein's thing. Most people you're going to talk to won't have a clue the Epstein files got leaked and what it entails and how big this is and what's going on between all these iPass centers and everything that's happening. And I'm sure it's up on their feed today all day long. So I think we have to stop relying on the social media to put it out for people to wake up. We have to be what would you say? We have to take the initiative on this kind of thing.
Bono, the charity tax dodge guy himself. Yes, exactly. That's him. I'm sure Gary wrote it instinct. I'm just going to play this one here for a sec. This is I just got this sent in to me. Look at that last one there. It says, I didn't realize Bush raped him too. Jesus, man. It's crazy.
There's a lot on this. I don't know. The people that they put up were real. Do you see that one? There's what's his name? Biden. And they're doing all this in your face kind of thing, the way he grabs onto little girls, like they use the propaganda to make these people, celebrities and glorious. And talking about celebrities, see Billie Eilish and all going on about stolen land and trying to enter politics and having everyone else teary-eyed clapping. And what's the story? Her mansion sits on some land
Indian ground, yeah, in LA, yeah. Seen that.
Video, it's 20 seconds on it there. I'll play it here. It's like,
no one is illegal on stolen land. We talked to the Tongva tribe out in southern Cal, who says she's living on their property, saying this in part as the first people of the greater Los Angeles basin. We do understand that her home is situated on our ancestral land. Eilish hasn't contacted her tribe directly regarding her property.
I think that the whole celebrity culture there as well, if they're still celebrities getting front-facing news and movie roles and all that, they're part of that circle. Because, you can't be in... Look at Mel Gibson and all. He was calling this out years ago and everyone thought he was a lunatic and mad. But he was right about it all. Jim Caviezel, he paid Jesus in the Passion price.
Yes.
Can't get a job in Hollywood. He was exposing the adrenochrome stuff. He did that movie Sound of Freedom.
I remember.
A tough watch. They have these child farms. They're breeding children to do this stuff. And now children go missing. The UN's been caught doing this for years. So this is the UNWEF. This is tough stuff. It's nasty stuff, but the drum needs to be banged about it. It's crazy. And because they're taking the website down, I'm going to make sure that all the stuff we do gets out on podcasts and Spotify and all that kind of thing, because it has to be, the drum has to be banged wide and loud about this stuff. Like, yeah, it boils your blood when you see our websites getting taken down because we mentioned this one issue. You know, it really is at play. You can see it at play. Like, yeah, it's crazy stuff.
Yeah, you're right. It is crazy. But it's happening everywhere. Our politicians are involved in this as well. I don't care.
If you don't think it's happening in Ireland, you're wrong. You're very wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
What's the gentleman's club in Dublin City that it's all the waitresses and staff have to be under 18 to serve there? It's 100 grand in a year.
Is that not where is that not where your man was found on all fours there last year? The fella that looks for the flies. What's his name? Conway. Yeah. Senator. Do you know him? The senator fella.
I can't remember his first name.
Yeah. Well, he was found on all fours outside there. Whoa, howling at the moon or whatever he was doing. You know what I mean? I don't know whether he had his clothes on or
the truth really is, people are saying this, it's mad. Like, the world is run by Martin Conway. Someone put it in there. Yeah, fair play, Chris.
Martin Conway, that's him.
The world is run by satanic pedophiles. That is the truth. Masons, all this kind of thing. And it's only now that they're showing their hand because they have us locked down. Right? If anyone calls it out, they're gone. Look at Charlie Kirk, gone. Once he turned his back on Israel. No one cares too much. AFD starting to gain traction, gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candidates. No public uproar. Yeah, you see all the doctors who came out against the jab and all, you know, died in Germany, Netherlands, all this kind of thing. People lost their jobs for scientists for talking out against climate change. Like, they have all this insight. And if you go to put it up online, you know, your site will be taken down, all this kind of thing. You'll be taken out of the job industry. They'll pull whatever they can. I spoke with this with Aaron Nationalists. There's, you know, they're making nationalists hard to live now. Like, how many nationalists are really struggling to stay in the workforce? Stuff happened to me. I'll say it outright. You know, the start of a new job, and I would say, turned out they found out who was that as well. What's going on? You know. So what do you do if they give you just tackle it head on? I think a tracking intel group, and that's what they'll be doing.
Yeah. Feedback is terrible, lads. Yeah, I know it. I had to turn Orla off there again. I put Orla on there again. Orla, I'll let you on. Just give me the hand up you want to talk, Orla, will you? Because the feedback has gone mental again. Really has.
And there was no feedback. So why is it happening now?
It's off there now.
But like, nothing, like, should we've been on, like, me and Anthony came on at 8 o'clock, like, and there was no feedback. So why is it happening now?
Yeah, this is the thing, guys. We came on an hour early, and the tree was set here. And
the first hour or so on the show, it was fine.
Okay, you can hear it there when I'm talking. Right now, what's going to pick off Orla? It goes off, and everything is fine. Okay, somebody is acting the MAGA with this for some reason. I don't know why. What?
Are you staying on for a while?
Staying on where?
Here on the show.
Yeah, you go on. You talk there. Go on.
No, I was going to say, if there's going to be feedback and it's going for me, I'll just go off if Anthony's staying on. Sure, like, the show will be over in just a half an hour. And you can start back.
Right, you know what we're going to do? I know everyone has their head record. I'm going to mute and you stay talking for a few minutes. And we'll just see if we can identify exactly. Right.
Okay, so Anthony, you're mute and you can still hear it. You hear it or you can't hear it.
I can't hear anything. Hear what now? What am I supposed to be listening to?
It's like a muffle.
Right, Paul, I'll drop you down for a second and see what happens. Orla, okay. Yeah, it's still there, right? Right, let's just see what happens here. Right, Paul, can you hear anything?
I can't hear anything at all because Orla's down below there. If you bring Orla back up, you can hear it. If you mute Orla's mic, she's grand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Paul, if you turn Paul, if you turn off Orla then on again, it fixed it. It did that earlier and worked. Yeah, I don't know, mate, to be honest with you. It's still there. It sounds like you're underwater. It's Orla. Sound is fine. It's Orla. It's fine on YouTube. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
It's weird.
Okay, I'm going to play a video here. This is on Peter Mandelson, okay? We all know who Mandelson is. Now, this is about the Epstein files. There's 2 videos. I'll play the first one first.
There were plenty of people around Keir Starmer who were saying, we know about Mandelson's relationship to Epstein.
Bad idea, Keir.
It's a bad idea, Keir. And for reasons that we still do not fully understand, Keir Starmer felt able to ignore those voices around him and appointed him as ambassador. And the stuff that's coming out now, and the stuff that you've pointed to, Lewis, which is about influencing tax policy because you have been asked to by billionaires from whom you have received money. He says he has no recollection. In fact, he says he's going to investigate himself. He's going to start an investigation by me to see if he was paid by Epstein or not. Fine. But the fact that all that was coming from somebody at the heart of Downing Street, it's worse than just being a friend of a dodgy guy.
Just briefly, bear in mind, of course, that when those emails are being sent, that is around the time and just after the time that Epstein had received his conviction.
He was staying in Epstein's flat. He was literally living in Epstein's house in New York whilst Epstein was in an open prison on charges of child prostitution.
Now, yeah, that was that one. And I'm going to play the second one now. This is even better again.
By the way, I have the website seems to be working right now. It took an hour and 22 minutes. Don't ask me how I fixed it. I didn't fix it. It just came alive.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it.
Yeah. I'm just going to play this one and we come back.
Let's just remember the big picture here. Peter Mandelson was the business secretary for Gordon Brown and the de facto deputy prime minister in 2009. There are files that are showing evidence that Mandelson advised Epstein on how JP Morgan, as you say, John, might lobby the government. And not only that, he even suggested that the head of the investment bank call the then Chancellor Alistair Darling and mildly threaten him. This is, as I say, an internal minister, the de facto deputy prime minister, advising Jeffrey Epstein to advise his client to mildly threaten the UK Chancellor.
So why was that man going to and giving Epstein all this information when this was going on? Like, the country was on its knees, like, you know what I mean? And within seconds of getting it from the Home Office or whatever, he was, and they were going to Congress with this in America, and it was, you know, it's, and who made money out of it? The Jews. Someone said Graham Linehan was talking to Congress. Think it was a recent one. Only saw today. Gender Recognition Act. Yeah. Angela, I have to watch that again. Pitch the Revolut link there, Paul. Okay, I sure will. I'll throw it up there now. Thank you for that. Anyone who wants to buy us a coffee, please do. I'll move you guys out of the way. Get out of the way, guys. There you go, guys. Anyone wants to buy us a coffee, please do. Just click on the Revolut link there and throw us a coffee or a tea or whatever you want. Thank you very much. As you know, it's all paid for by us. Thanks for that. Yeah. Okay. Orla, are you texting me there?
No. Chris Bourne actually made a point. He said last week around this time the same thing started happening, and he was right.
Yeah.
The other night it started before 10:30. Like, if there's a problem with a mic or there's a problem with something, it happened from the very beginning. Why would it happen, you know, later on in the show?
It seems somewhat okay there as well, doesn't it?
It's okay now because I've just muted Orla while I was talking, but watch when I take Orla off mute. You can hear it straight away.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What?
What is hearing?
It's a muffling sound.
Yeah, it's like you're under the bath. I wonder what what's going on there. I know it's on screen. Maybe better log in.
It's not the cat. It's not the cat. No, it's not. It's only when I'm talking and Anthony is talking.
Yeah, so you can actually hear. It's not like that's what he said. It's muffled. He does have. Look, that's Tom. Tom's very lucky to be alive.
Tell Tom to shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Well, no, he's gone quiet now.
Play this one. I got sent this one to be told it was good kind of connection to the spiritual element of the whole Epstein thing. I haven't seen it yet, so I'll give it a play.
Go on, play it there. And then I want to read out some
New Epstein files have dropped, and there is only one word to describe all of this, and it's demonic. You can literally read it right up here. And I'm gonna talk about something that I haven't heard anybody else address yet. Presidents, politicians, celebrities, some of the most influential and powerful people in the world. Now, what I want to touch on here is, how do you think that some of these people come into power? The Bible says that Satan is the ruler of this world. Now, God is in control and Jesus has all authority. But until Jesus comes back and finally puts the devil in his place, the Bible says that he is influencing a lot of the world, a lot of the world leaders, a lot of the most influential people. Don't forget, remember the Bible story when Jesus was fasting and the devil said, I will give you influence. I will give you power. The devil has the ability to go to people and say, hey, I'll give you money, I'll give you riches, I'll give you power, just follow me, just worship me, just serve me, bow down to me, go and do these rituals. These are the kinds of rituals, human sacrifice, eating of, flesh and drinking of blood. These are literal satanic rituals that Wiccans and pagans and people who literally are in satanic cults, they do this. And if you go and research and you go watch documentaries and you go hear stories of people who escaped those cults or escaped that lifestyle and turned to God, they will tell you this. There's a book about this. Go read it. It's called He Came to Set the Captives Free by Dr. Rebecca Brown. This is what people have to do to go up in those ranks, to get that kind of money, power, influence. This is a spiritual contract that they have to make with Satan, and they have to hold up their end of the deal, and they have to participate in these horrific, satanic, demonic activities. Make no mistake, these people are possessed. They have given themselves over because the love of money, the love of power, they do these sick and twisted and demonic rituals in order to keep their rank, to keep making more money. They think they are gaining the world, but like the Bible says, they're losing their soul. I'm not saying every person in Hollywood, every person who is rich isn't, of course, they're not engaging in these activities, but this is the real harsh truth and the real reality of the world that we live in. This is why I don't worship celebrities. I don't care about celebrities. I don't care what billionaires are doing. The way that these people, you don't know these people. We don't know them. We don't know what they do behind closed doors. This proves that. If you take nothing away from this, just take this with you. The spiritual realm is very real. Demons are real, the devil is real, and if the devil and demons are real and people are doing rituals and sacrifices, that means that God is real. That means that Jesus is king. That means that we are in a spiritual war, and what you choose, who you choose to follow in this life has an eternal impact, an eternal consequence. Heaven is real and hell is real, guys. Choose Jesus. I'm begging you, choose Jesus, choose life, choose eternal life in him.
Yeah. I have you turned off there, all right. Yeah, she's right. It's a spiritual battle here now. It is good versus evil.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to deny. I know a lot of people are saying, like you talk too much about the spiritual end of it. Some people say that kind of thing. Like, it's hard to deny that evil exists these days. I put that to anybody. Like, if you don't think these people are being pushed by some kind of spirit of evil, then I don't know, exactly what's going on with these things. Go watch that Sound of Freedom. You look at the videos about what's going on here. Look into these files. Look into all the people who were selected in the last main elections, these governments across the world, these World Economic Forum, young global leaders. There's a big circle. There's they allow these things to happen. Look at what they're pushing on our kids, the hormone blockers. It's all tied in. You see the Epstein's files tied in with the LGBT push. Did you see that? It was saying that he was tied in with biologists in America to try and push, test, do experiments. Like, I don't think people really realize how satanic and evil this is. And what do? You know, this is the call of the Christian, you know, in some ways. It's a tough place to be because you're fighting at odds with this, because in one way you're to pray and hope, you know, to get this with the power of prayer. Another way, you want to stop it in the name of everything that's right against evil in a physical way. And I know everyone feels like this, you know, that there's a lot of Christians torn on what way to stand right now. Do you stand in prayer? Is that what we're called to do? Are we stand to stop these things from happening, to stop the vans from moving, to, you know, get out there ourselves? Like, it seems to me that, and I know this by Gardaí going around asking questions about Shinadina and us being taken down and all that, you know, if you try and say that you're going to stop these things, then the state is watching you. That's what we've come to now. And while celebrities and state agents and statesmen in every country in the world are doing these things and allowing these things to happen, I don't think we're in conventional politics anymore. I think if anyone's going by the book of conventional politics and all that, this is the whole thing with Gale Force Media, we said, you know, as well. You know, it's a platform that you can actually tell the full truth on, that we know we're not making, like you said, Paul, like you pay for this stream, you have subscription, you know, the GoFundMe's, what you get, like a $5 or a $10 here and there, but you spend, you and Orla as well, and myself and Martin, you know, hours and hours every week to put into this. And there's a lot of other people in their community sharing things in their Hold the Lines, their Says No's, and whatever it is. They spent the last few years doing these things. But now it's a you know, if you speak up too loud, then they'll try and entangle you in some kind of legal action. They'll try to defame you, or else they'll just take you out of it, which we've seen from the likes of what I mentioned earlier, the AFD or Charlie Kirk or any of these people, the doctors that stood up. So we have to bash our heads together somehow. A lot of us do, and figure out what to do here.
Yeah, I agree.
We can't move on. We can't let the Epstein files be Wednesday, the 4th of February, and then we move on to something else. You know, in my mind, we can't. The world keeps, we release them. They're probably thinking, well, we're going to release these, and they'll be in everyone's mind for 2 days, and then we'll release some bullshit celebrity scandal the weekend, and people forget all about it. We can't allow them to do that. You know, the red herrings. We have to invoke some kind of action.
I agree with you. I do. And I'm going to just read this here. This was Ferg. I seen this from Ferg there today. It's from the other day, but like, it's true. And it's a lot to do with this shit that's going on here. The only pandemic in this world is paedophilia. Just wanted to clarify something for the dribbly gimps on the left who feel they have some sort of gotcha moment when an Irish man is caught abusing children, and they feel the need to tag me and others for not commenting on the situation. Unfortunately, the homegrown Irish predators who target children and who we've had problems with from time to time, a memorial on this ordinance, are our responsibility, and that is the rotten and highly and that of this rotten and highly treasonous state. So when you dickheads go to working class communities, remove your silver spoons from your gammy mouths and screaming refugees are welcome here. Those foreign criminals that have no background checks whatsoever and who go on to assault, attack, rob, rape, and murder innocent Irish people, including women and children, that could easily be prevented by closed borders, of employing people who do their jobs properly. They are not our responsibility, but make no mistake, all the heinous crimes that are perpetrated, not on all your heads be it, including the government, NGOs, the police, and every scumbag who has profited from this nightmare. We are surrounded by the most evil bastards imaginable on our own soil. They are embedded everywhere in society, and from judges' chambers, political parties, to the schoolroom, and everywhere in between and beyond. But there's a wonderful idea. Let's bring in hundreds and thousands of unchecked animals from third world shitholes whose sick ideologies permit them to rape children. Sure, what could go wrong? I couldn't give any less a fuck what race, nationality, colour, or creed they are, or whether they are man, woman, or for that matter. If they destroy a child's life and innocence and their post-vile way known to man, firstly, they should be handed over to the victim's family so that they can exact their own brand of righteous justice. I agree.
Did I? Yeah. I can't remember what I said. I just...
Then they should be dragged by their hair through the streets, strung up, and then hanged and burned in public. I agree with you, Frank. This might actually work as a deterrent because, strangely enough, all the suspended sentences Judge Nolan are sending these deranged bastards to Arbour Hill with the rest of the nonsense to be fed and watered for a few years at the expense of the taxpayer just doesn't seem to be cutting it. The only good paedophile is a dead one. I agree with you. No questions, no talk. Just do the word a favour and get rid, because there is no cure for that type of evil and sickness. I hope that clears everything up for the wankers who never open their mouths about child rape unless it's an Irish person in the papers or on the news. This is not the some point discordant competition. These are innocent babies, precious little souls whose lives permanently destroyed and just numbers or statistics. And if you truly cared, instead of slating someone whose working class accent seems to offend you more than your actual unspeakable crimes perpetrated against vulnerable children, start putting your time into good use. Call out the monsters that are responsible and demand accountability. I won't hold my breath. We're nearly finished. I won't hold my breath. Anthony, you doing the comments, yeah? I won't hold my breath, though, seeing that all you lot have championed every satanic perversion foisted upon Irish children at the callous and cruel hands of criminals and in suits and their globalist whoremasters in Europe. Whether it be the indoctrination to porn for minors in the guise of sex education, or convincing and manipulating little boys and girls that they were somehow born in the wrong bodies, and to manipulate and sterilize themselves, a special place in hell awaits for you. When these times are studied in years to come, and future generations will realise that the only ones who stood up for them and their great God given birthright were the non-existent big bad far right, aka concerned parents, true Irish men and women who saw the danger and who willingly stood in front no matter what. Protect childhood and the innocence. Can you hear that?
No.
Okay. I'll share it again there because, yeah, Fergus just talking there, and I like.
If the politicians aren't speaking about it, they're in on it. If the police aren't investigating it, they're in on it. If the mainstream media aren't reporting on it, they're in on it. They're all in on it, yeah? We said it before and I say it again. The only pandemic in this world is paedophilia, and it needs to be stamped out for good. God bless everyone that's free. Here we go, brah.
Yeah.
Fair play to Ferg there, yeah. Fair play.
Like it seemed it is a really good point, because I tell you why, Paul. When you look at the Epstein files, which showed the Bill Gates simulation of COVID in 2017, the plans with Epstein and Bill Gates talking about it, like to what end were they looking to displace? Were they looking to displace kids and stuff like that? Well, is this the main goal? But it's definitely one of the main goals with all this stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. Seems very odd.
Ukraine are now changing the law so 14-year-olds can get married if pregnant. They do this in the middle of a war, lower the age of marriage to 14. Oh my God. Jesus. There's a test from Satan to 7. Thanks, Satan to 7. If that's who I think it is, you won't be coming back. That's your first and last one. But do you remember I spoke about the Woody Allen thing? Has anyone heard this? Have you heard this phone call to Mia Farrow where she calls him out for having sex with the child?
No, it's rough enough, is it?
I'm going to let you hear it, because these are the dirty, sick bastard individuals that are running these, they're running everything. I'm just going to share it there. Hang on. I'm just going to let you hear this. Now, it's not a good listen, but just let you hear what the dirty bastard says and does. It's a horrible man, that Woody Allen. Horrible man.
You have to wait beyond that now. you've done to Suni, what you've done to Dylan. What you've done to Dylan. Dylan's a baby. How could you do that to her? I don't know anything of the kind. I know what Dylan tells me. You've told me nothing but lies. Dylan tells the truth inconsistently. No, I don't know that, Woody. I've always been worried about you and Dylan. And I didn't know the doctor had to report this to the authorities. I didn't know that. I went just to be sure she was all right. And she's not all right, Woody. She walks around the house holding her. She sleeps with me. She's scared of you. And you hurt her. And I feel pretty guilty myself that I wasn't there to protect her. You said, Mommy, you didn't help me. She said, Daddy, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have hurt me like that. If you hurt her, you would weep inside. And you would just want to be dead. Because I don't know how you can live with what you did.
Turned off our mics there. Oh, just jumped off there, has she?
Yeah.
That's sick, isn't it?
That's rough. Like, and I don't think we're even, like, I know someone says depressing. Look, we did advertise that we're going to be talking about this today because it needs to be spoken about, and we haven't even got into the nitty gritty of the stories that are out there.
Yeah.
The horrific stories. There's
So-
child farms out there, you know, that are in the Chrome stuff. Like, it's not that it's out there, it's around us everywhere. That's the truth. And I seen Tucker Carlson did. He made a great point there. I listened to a good bit of him. I think he's very good. He said, "What does it do for a nation? Like if you went into a house, you're buying a house, and one of the rooms they kind of said to you, look, in this room there's a child sacrifice happened. You know, you get that sense off the house. You get that horrible feeling. You know, that energy would linger on. What's that mean about the likes of abortions and all these evil things being done in our country en masse? You know, the whole feeling, everything that's in the air. It's in the TV, it's in Netflix, it's in kids' channels, it's in the kids reading books, it's in governments, it's in the pharmaceutical industry. Everything that you thought you're supposed to trust, you were told to trust growing up. Your teacher's words, you know, the doctor's advice, the news channel, all of that was all completely opposite. It's like the pyramid that they flipped upside down there recently. That's what you have to do now. The people they're putting in the big bad far right box, like Ferg said there, aka concerned parents, that you know, and that propaganda has worked for a lot of people. But I think it's slowly less working, and I don't think they care that's less working because I think that they just have so much control now. They're thinking, well, sure, we'll just jail or get rid of that person who stands up against it. And this is where we are at a point in history where the evil is just rampant. They're not hiding it anymore. And it's just incredible.
It is. Oh, God. Let's see what comments we have there now. Who's on the other 3 million files? I don't know. I was trying to pull them down myself there today, but
there's a lot
abortion
redacted.
is more. What?
There's a lot of stuff redacted still, so
There's
I don't.
a lot of
think
stuff redacted. No, I know that, yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that isn't. You know what I mean? But you can still read stuff. You're able to make out a little bit or whatever, and a few faces. And
yeah.
Trump is a man with a plan. Just let him do what he needs to do for all our sakes. I don't know, mate. I don't know because this one world government,
as well, isn't he?
No, well, like he's named, but he's not. Listen, they're going on about Trump this, Trump that, and like people were showing me pictures today. Look at him with this young one. Look, I said that's his daughter. I said that's his maiden daughter. I said, come on to yourself.
We have to remember we're in the age of AI now, where we get our sources from. Like there was one with Micheál Martin there, hooking Epstein as a young man, but they have the same Nigel Farage photograph. It's the exact same photo, it's just a different face on it.
Yeah,
We have to be like, they could
Yeah.
be making us laugh and stock of us, rage bait as well towards us, the people who are awake to it. But
Angela Leggett there. Thank God you guys have brought this horrible stuff up, because the world is talking, but our government isn't, and that's just odd. Too odd that they're remaining silent. Yes, they do. That's what they do. They all remain silent. That's it. Trump is part of the cabal. He's not the cabal. Yeah, I know he's involved. I know he's involved with. He's the best we have at the minute, I think. But you know what I mean. I really do. Right, I'm gonna move on to. We'll move on to the vaccine for the last 15 minutes. There, we'll talk. I want to talk about this Ozempic. Okay.
No, this is the drug. The diabetes drug that they're saying it helps you lose weight, but it's given massive side effects now.
It does help you lose weight. It does. I have a family member on it, and she's having terrible trouble with her stomach and everything else. But she was told it wasn't this, so you know, this is RFK just telling us about this. So let's hear what he has to say.
A clip that Tucker Carlson just posted on his Twitter feed. Oh, I think it's the second one down from the top of his Twitter feed, and I urge you all to look at it. And it's a clip. It's an interview that he did with a former pharmaceutical company executive about Ozempic, and it's really revealing. It's an extraordinary piece of television, and it's a really wonderful expose on this product. One of the things that he said is it's a product that is illegal for weight loss in Europe. It's made by the biggest pharmaceutical company in Europe, Novo Nordisk. And they say in their materials, we're going to get all of this money from, this is going to be the biggest medical product ever made. And 100% of the money is going to come from the United States of America, because we have the greatest obesity issue in the world. We have the greatest diabetes affliction, and we're the only ones that will allow it. And the impacts of this drug are just terrible. It paralyzes the stomach. It stops a lot of the serotonin that we produce happens in the stomach, part of the microbiome, and it destroys our capacity to produce serotonin. And it has on its label now, I think, black box warnings about suicidal ideation, and that, and then it works while you use it for a lot of people, but it causes severe gastrointestinal problems. And the moment you stop using it, you regain all the weight. And meanwhile, your stomach's been paralyzed, and a lot of those impacts last, apparently, according to what they said on the program, after the use of the drug is terminated. That's some of the most interesting. He talks about the amount of lobbying money that is going into the AAP, that the NAACP is now a registered lobbyist for the pharmaceutical companies, and on their website they label criticism of Ozempic as racist. And the amount of money that's going into into the medical associations that are supposed to be, that pretend to be protecting our health, and to Congress and to the press and all of these, they basically undermined all the institutions of our democracy to make us the sickest country in the history of the world and the sickest generation in American history.
Wow, that's the Ozempic. And there was a report on the BBC yesterday where doctors were saying it's a possible reason why so many people are needing their gallbladders removed. That's exactly what it was told it was a gallbladder. Up here, so many people are needing their gallbladders out. It's also linked to heart trouble. Yes, her gallbladder is, as well. So
we were discussing a lot of this as well. Like, you're at a stage, where you can't trust any of these medicines or doctors or hospitals. Like we had Miranda on recently as well, and she was talking about the negligence in the hospital. Like malpractice has gone through the roof. Maybe it's because we're bringing all these people in who have fraudulent certifications, as we seen there 2 weeks ago when they discovered all that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, right, this is a family member, okay, and she has been complaining with this since July last year. She has been going up there since July last year. This is her 7th time up there. Every time she goes up, she's left sitting in the waiting room for 12, 14 hours. Then they send her home, and then she goes back up the next day with the same complaint. They tell her it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. She's gone for tests now, and only since before Christmas. But the 6 times before she went to the hospital, it was always a foreign doctor. She never seen an Irish doctor until the last time she went up there, and now she has got all the tests and all done. Isn't that crazy?
Well, here's the thing, Paul. Like they are mainly foreign, but like it's, what was I going to say there? Yeah, they are, and it seems as though the medical malpractice has gone up through. It's one of the leading causes of death. I won't say the leading cause because that has been abortion across the world, but yeah, we're pushing our own out and we're bringing these people in. Oh, look, we've done a couple of shows on all this as well, but yeah, it's ridiculous. Like everything. Your grocery, we said, like going to get your shopping, you can't trust that. Going to the doctors, you can't trust that. Going to the school, you can't trust that. It's these basic things. You go to the garage, there's no Irish person. Like, what are you? And then you're sometimes you're muddled with it because you're not to drink bottled water. You're not to drink. It's hard to. I think you just go back to fasting, eating clean, steak and eggs from a local butcher's or farm. Rear your own chickens. Whatever it is. I think we really are at this stage.
Yeah. What's that person saying? That Paul, your family member needs to find a good therapist. It all starts in the mind. Yeah, it's not in our mind, but that's the thing. Our stomach is in a ball. Like Bill Gates, the next pandemic. Let's see how Bill Gates is going to fix this. Right, I'll give it. It's only 2 minutes.
Would have been prevented.
No, absolutely. The tools we have now, diagnostic tools, would have stopped it from being a global epidemic. The corollary of how important the money is that when it's reduced, it has tragic effects.
Do you have an idea, or can you give an estimation to what that's costing in lives or in health or in well-being of people around the world?
At the turn of the century, over 10 million children under 5 died every year. We cut that in half by 2024. Sadly, because of the interruptions, that number went up by several 100,000 last year. So that's, we've gone from the greatest decline to an increase. So there are already hundreds of thousands of deaths from the money being cut off.
What then is the next step to preventing something like that from happening again? Is it as simple as people spending more money, or is there some other focus that has to be the focus of the world?
Well, you have to do constant surveillance, including things like sewage surveillance or taking people who have respiratory infection and making sure you know what it is. So we understand far better how to do diagnosis. We know what to look for. The world hasn't come together yet to create that surveillance system. When it does break out, we need to come up with drugs and vaccines very quickly. We have some great technology for that. That could have been worse. That is, the death rate from that pandemic, was about 1%, higher in the elder and much lower in the younger. The next pandemic that'll come sometime could be worse.
So you think something like COVID?
Now he's talking there, for people who don't know, obviously he's talking about vaccines and everything else, but he's talking about hundreds of thousands of kids have died now since the money has been cut off to the WHO from the US. Now, how has 100,000 kids died? He only cut it off last week. You know, so these numbers and shit that they're throwing out here, that man has a doctorate in nothing. He's a bullshit artist and a philanthropist. He's a bullshit artist. That's all he is. And that's the next pandemic that will be coming. That's the one.
Well, this guy, for a long time, I thought he was the lead runner candidate for the Antichrist, this Bill Gates guy. He has his hand in everything, Paul, you know. Even during COVID, when he pumped all his money into Pfizer before COVID was announced 6 months before, obviously knowing what they're about to do. And then he started buying up all the farmland in the US. He's the one who's pushing, you know, the sun dimming projects. He's the one who's actually taken over Ecolab. He's a hand in that in Ireland. That's in Mullingar. That conditions our water and all. Took over the likes of the apple cider vinegar and start changing ingredients. The Appeal company putting the mRNA vaccines into vegetables. Like, all this is true and it's verifiable if you just, you know. But this is the guy.
People won't look. People, you're the conspiracy theorists. They're not really doing that.
It was a red flag at day one when the richest man in the world, who has the biggest shares in Pfizer, came on in 2020 and said, you need to take the vaccine. It's like, oh, hold on a second. You're not a doctor. In fact, you're going to get minted off this now. Like, why are we listening to a software engineer philanthropist about a pandemic? Like, it was ridiculous. Like, you know. Anyway, we've flogged that horse for so much, but we're still seeing the repercussions of it. People are still dropping. You know, you can't scroll through Facebook for more than 10 seconds to see another RIP. But yeah, that man, you have to watch everything that man does, you know.
Yeah, exactly. The rules camp. Do you know what I'm going to finish? I'm going to finish up on this because this is to do with Spain, okay? With the, how many thousand is it? 500, half a million for Spain. This lady now, I really like her. I like her stuff. What's her name? West Clare. Was that her name? WC. I don't know what her name is. She's a lovely girl. She's a red-headed girl. She's lovely. And she's good. She knows her shit. She really does. So I'm going to play this and then we'll finish up in the next couple of minutes. I'll go in and stick the shit on. I'll drop us down.
About the possibility then when all of these people eventually get citizenship in Spain, that there's a great possibility a huge amount of them will move out to other European countries where the pickings are better. So I thought I'd have a look and see if the rules regarding EU citizens moving from one EU country to another are basically the same. So in Spain, if I was to move to Spain as an EU citizen, I can only stay there 3 months. If I want to stay in Spain any longer than 3 months, I have to get registered. Now, to get registered, I have to prove that I can support myself while I'm there. So I have to have several €1,000 in a bank account. I have to have an address. I have to also have full comprehensive medical insurance. With no exceptions, no exclusions whatsoever, to make sure that I'm not a burden on the health system there as well. So that is the criteria that I'd have to fulfill if I was going to move to Spain. So I had a look at the Irish rules, and the Irish rules are exactly the same. So anybody from the EU coming over here should be getting themselves fully comprehensive health insurance, should have a ball of money in the bank to prove they can support themselves, and they should be fully registered with an address and all of the rest of it. But as we know, that isn't how it works in Ireland. Ireland's got a very, very lax attitude to these rules. And, you know, one example was Puska. He came over from wherever hole it was he crawled out of and basically lived off the backs of Irish taxpayers for years until he murdered Aisling. And then you've got that guy recently, can't remember what country he was from, but he came over here at 17, didn't work a single day in all of the years. He's now 40-something years old and was trying to pull a fast one with an insurance scam and got caught. But he hasn't worked a day since he landed in Ireland. It seems that the Irish system, the way they word it is they look at cases individually on a case-by-case basis. So if you come in and you've got a bad enough sob story that you can make them fall for, you're straight in on all the benefits, the housing, the whole lot. So it just shows you that the rules are there. It's just that Ireland chooses not to actually enforce them. Now, in Spain, again, if we'd say I was to move to Spain, I was to do all of this stuff, I wouldn't have a hope in hell of getting anywhere near a single benefit in that country until I was there at least 2 years. Then I might be considered. And then the benefits there are very basic and very little, and certainly not benefits that you could make a lifestyle out of and enjoy a comfortable life. So yeah, it just goes to show you the rules are there, but if a country chooses not to enforce them, then it makes itself the biggest target for all sorts of scammers and chancers to try their luck. We'll learn eventually, but only when we're completely overrun and the coffers are dry, and even the Irish are having to do without their benefits because too many people have taken the piss.
You're on mute with Paul there.
Sorry, I said she's bang on the money.
Yeah.
Definitely is, you know.
Yeah. You covered a lot there today, Paul.
Yeah. Julie G, there, my son is living in Alicante at the moment, and hundreds of them showed up the other day hanging around outside shops. All Algerians and Moroccans. He's moving back home. I'll send you pics he took. Well, if you want to send the pics, you'll get them there. Get them into me there. 089 203 1521 on WhatsApp, or you can call in, whatever. I'm just going to put the buy me a copy there again. Fair play to everyone. And I'm going to just put up this bad boy as well, just to get it up. No, I've no problem getting it up. What? I'll just take that down out of the way. There you go, lads. If you want to buy us a coffee, please do. As you know, we pay for this all by our own selves. Yeah, 500,000 legal immigrants, 98% Muslims in Spain, will turn into 6 to 8 million immigrants having free movement to Britain and Ireland. That's exactly what it's going to turn out to be. It's exactly what it's going to do. Our country is gone. I don't think there is any way back. The Islamification of Europe. Maybe this is just a way of history. I don't know. Many from East Africa, and they have dumped phones on French beaches, no PIN numbers, and UK patriots discovered material on young girls under 15 years. UK benefits 1,400 includes disability support. Bullfight. There is no housing crisis. There's tons of empty new building apartments sitting there empty. Many more being built. There is only a housing crisis for Paddy. I agree with you. I do agree with you, Paul. You know what I mean? We've given away, as I said at the start of the show, probably 40,000 houses to illegal immigrants here in the last 3 years. 17,000. Them 17,000.
49 there last week in Kildare, put ahead of the social housing queue, you know?
Yeah. Chris Bourne, sorry, what you said, or Julie G, Chris Bourne, he can't buy here, so rent it over there, but he's not happy about it at all. He's coming home. A friend of mine only actually moved to Alicante at Christmas. Yeah, so John will take no shit anyway. Ferg Power, great show, lads. Good night and God bless. Christ is King, Aaron. Goodbye. No problem, Ferg. See you tomorrow, brother. Is that thing still on tomorrow, Ferg, in the morning? If you give me a quick ring when I finish up here, if you can. 2 people have resigned off the board against Enoch Burke. Great news. Yes, exactly. But I'd make sure then people are brought back in. You can't just resign and then it stops. Back in and let's get this sorted now. Why did you do this and why did you do that? There was a letter sent by the teacher saying that Mr. Burke was no longer wanted there or needed there because of his beliefs. That was sent out to all of them a month before he did all he did. So there's lots going on here that doesn't meet the eye. Like, I'd like to get them on here just to have a chat with them. You know, they're very private people, but hey, listen, why you do this? It's wrong. It's asking for big trouble. Why are they doing this? I don't know. God bless Mo Carrot. Take care, Ferg. Yeah. Emma Lamb was just in Birmingham at the weekend. I can send you footage I took also. I thought I was after going on a long haul flight. Yeah, I know, Emma, I know. Women and girls, including young boys, need support to be safer in the UK and Ireland. I agree. That's what Shin and Adina is for, to try and help you if you can. More clans, 100% Irish only. Make it happen. Yeah. Many thanks, guys. Good night, good night, good night. Yeah. Well, we're nearly finished there now. Let me just get me mate up. Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. We're back in. Well, Anthony, thank you very much. It was emotional, and all is gone. There's no sound now. Everything's grand. But thanks very much. Fair play to you for coming on. It's well done talking about Epstein and everything else.
Fair play. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll talk to you in the next one. Nice one, Paul. Fair play.
No problem. Go on. God bless. Talk to you in a while. Well, thank you everyone who tuned in. Fair play to you all. Great show as usual. Good night and God bless. Another great show. Thank you. Ihamat, Paul, Anthony, Orla, Gorev Mahagut. Thank you very much. I will just, as I say every night when we're finishing up, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless.